Got no chance, do I? It's impossible. Welcome back to the Mastery Rank Zero Challenge. This is the final episode where I'll be taking on the hardest game mode in Warframe at Mastery Rank 0 with only the starting gear. The last obstacle between me and beating the game is Deep Archimedia. 3 difficult missions in a row at a whopping level 250. If that wasn't bad enough, there's additional modifiers that make it even more difficult and mission-specific debuffs to really bring the pain. The first of the 3 missions is Exterminate. It's both the easiest and hardest part of the run. Being the first mission, it's not going to hurt me very much if I die, as I won't have any saved progress before this. But at the same time, it means I'm not willing to expend as many resources to complete it, as I'll want to save them for later. I'll elaborate on these resources in just a minute. Now, let's talk about the debuffs that'll apply to each mission during this run. For the most part, they're not that bad at all, and that's because I've been waiting for modifiers like these to even attempt this run to begin with. There's modifiers that are way more problematic, like the ones that prevent you from using abilities until you get 50 kills, prevent you from transferring into your operator, or just straight up denying you access to your gear wheel. Luckily, during this run, I don't have to deal with any of those. The first debuff is Secondary Wounds, which basically just makes me take more damage and deal less damage. The next is Ammo Deficit, which is unimpactful since I'm mostly using my melee weapon and my necromech, which isn't affected by this. Fractured Armor is next, which makes me take more damage for 10 seconds after casting an ability. And finally, there's Abbreviated Abilities, which is arguably the worst debuff that I have of the 4, decreasing the duration of my abilities by 50%, which is not great at all for using my second ability. Alright, enough of that. For now, let's get through this Exterminate.
I do have one of the plans of all time.
My main goal with the Exterminate, and with all of the missions, as a matter of fact, is to effectively utilize my necromech. It's a way better tool for dealing with enemies and to combo damage with my Warframe. My Warframe and weapons can typically handle some enemies, but when it comes to groups of enemies or certain specific flying enemies, my necromech and modded arc gun can wipe the floor with them. The additional modifiers to make this Exterminate more difficult aren't actually that bad at all. There's Fissure Cascade, which increases enemy level, which might seem bad, but up against my necromech, it's not too detrimental. Then, there's Post-Mortal Surges, which makes enemies explode when they die, which is pretty bad if I'm using my melee, but it's workable.
No way, bro. Huh? Yo, get me out of here.
With a handful of deaths, I eventually managed to make it through the Exterminate, bringing us to our second mission. And that is Mirror Defense.
Okay, here's for the part I haven't technically beaten yet, but I should theoretically, on paper, should be able to beat. With the right resources.
Let's discuss the resources I mentioned earlier that are absolutely necessary to being able to complete this challenge. Almost all of these are additional allies. I have a summon for Stalker, a Warframe Spectre, my on-call crew member Clem, and most importantly, Call. Call and his friends were acquired from grinding out Veilbreaker missions, and he's an absolute menace. The reason he's so good is because he scales up to the enemy level, and combining that with his ridiculously powerful attacks, he can wreck enemies more efficiently than even I can in most cases.
Let's get the show on the road.
This is a super hard mission. The defense objective has a measly 40,000 health, which goes down very quickly when an enemy even decides that they want to come close to it. In past missions, I had made a big mistake of not using enough resources, or even worse, playing inefficiently with my necromech. And so now, I have the perfect game plan. I wasn't going to bother saving anything I had now, I was going to summon in all of my allies. Instead of using the necromech right away, I planned on saving my strongest tool for the final wave.
Alright, I got the necromech. I'm gonna go position him down here a little bit so that when I get like right back, I can just pick him right up and finish where I left off.
And hey, if you're enjoying the video, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe. It takes a ton of time to make quality content like this, and it's the best way that you can support me and my channel. Now, back to this impossibly difficult mission. unlike the Exterminate, the additional modifiers on this mirror defense make it unbearably difficult. The first is glyph inflation, which means I need double the amount of glyphs that you can pick up around the map to bolster the defenses of the objective. This just directly makes it twice as hard to defend, since you're not getting extra shields for the defense objective very often. But the next debuff is even worse. Myoptic munitions makes it so that I can only damage enemies within 15 meters of me. This might not seem super detrimental, but here's the issue. I have to stay near the defense objective to make sure I'm defending it from all sides. That means enemies can get within 15 meters of the defense objective before I can take them down, making it even harder to collect glyphs to reinforce the defenses further. On top of that, it means all of the summons I'm calling in to help me can also only damage enemies near me. That means call-in friends can't shoot at any targets that aren't near the objective, creating a lot of room for me to make mistakes.
Okay, Paul's gone. However, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. I'm not chill. The enemies are getting a little bit close. We're gonna try summoning him in now. Okay, we got him back. That's good. That's great. That's lovely. Game didn't bug out today. This guy needs to go down. I hate these guys.
I had a few scary parts of the mission, but I played flawlessly, minimizing my mistakes and only rage quitting a couple of times.
It's a little bit annoying that, like, I'm playing perfectly and I lose because of a bug. Game, honestly, I don't know. This is why I made that 1999 hate video, bro. I'm just gonna say it.
Call, of course, clutched up the mission by killing half of the enemies, and my quick thinking and massive ability spam allowed me to take home my very first victory of mirror defense.
Okay! Melee Arcana top 2. Woohoo!
If you're looking for a clan or just some friends to hang out with, join my Discord server. You can find the link in the description. We have an amazing clan along with tons of fun events like fashion contests and speedrunning. And if you want to talk to me about my videos, or you need help with Warframe, or you just want to hang out, you can catch me on my Twitch where I play tons of silly games and do all kinds of Warframe challenges, like this one. And the final, last mission I have to complete to beat Deep Archimedia is Assassination. It's a very fitting end to the challenge. However, it's an extremely difficult task to complete. Not only have I never beat this before on this account, I have never even attempted it. Here, I'll let streamer me explain my strategy for beating this.
Okay, so here's the game plan. The game plan is, I need my Necromech. I'm gonna pull up with my Necromech. I need Call. We're gonna pull up with Call for the boss fight. And I'm just gonna use every Spectre I have. And if the boss dies, great. If the boss doesn't die, I won't be surprised. I mean, I have yet to be able to even get close to beating it before, so the odds of me being able to win are very low. When you consider that my only chance of beating the boss is having Paul beat it for me.
Here's the thing. I am not very confident about being able to beat this at all. I mean, look at me. My weapons hit like pool noodles, my abilities don't even work on the boss, and my only saving grace is just praying that Call and his friends can miraculously kill this monstrous thing. So, maybe after all this effort, it's not worth it. I should just give up. I still got super far in the challenge without doing Deep Archimedia. Who really cares if I can complete this silly assassination or not? Me.
Okay, and now all I need to do is collect dice. Okay, we're gonna summon in the Necromech, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna not use the Necromech, honestly. We're gonna bring him along, we're gonna take him with. But I'm gonna try to keep him up and alive, so that once I get to the boss, I can try and use him on the boss. We're gonna see if Call can kill this boss for me. And if he can't, I'm gonna cry. This is everything I've got, gamers. I forgot my Necromech. This is everything I've got, gamers. Here it is. My hands are sweaty as He is taking damage. That kind of means I can't let my Necromech go down. Problem is we cannot have my Necromech go down. This is the only thing standing between me and dying. There are so many enemies, dude. And I don't know if that's good or bad. Die, you piece of shit! Okay, it's not over. We need to make it to the exit. Why am I so slow? Give me the rewards, I deserve those. Oh my god, gamers, we did it. Woo! We beat Deep Archimedia on Mastery Rank 0, solo. And we got a red shard. Let's go! We can't equip it. Woo.
Thank you all so much for watching. I plan on making a conclusion video where I play 1999 on my Mastery Rank 0 account, so if you have any questions or suggestions or anything at all to say, feel free to drop that in the comments below, and I can respond to the most popular ones in the upcoming video. This was a project 6 months in the making, so I really hope you all enjoyed it. This is it for the Mastery Rank 0 challenge. I appreciate all of my lovely subscribers, and of course, my amazing channel members. I'll be back next week with more videos.